Hate crime data shows an increase across the Midwest in 2020, but Illinois actually saw a 17% decrease. However, the Anti-Defamation League believes many hate crimes just aren't being reported. And David Goldberg is the ADL Midwest Regional Director, and he joins us now with more on this tonight. David, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's establish where we're talking. States like our own Illinois, Indiana, Midwest, the Dakotas, and Wisconsin reporting a 45% increase last year compared to 6% nationally. Establish for us what kinds of crimes we're talking about. Violence is what immediately comes to mind.
Absolutely. So we're talking about here are legally defined crimes that are targeting an individual based on their identity. So it could be their religion, their race, their sexual orientation, and so on and so forth. And what we are seeing here are significant increases in the number of hate crime incidents in these Midwest states.
We're talking everything from graffiti to violence, right?
Correct. And we're talking about anything that could target an individual, perhaps one-on-one, to, as you said, graffiti on the side of a building or in a parking lot or in a school playground.
Okay, so this 546 crimes last year, as we put a number to it, but the story in Illinois is starkly different. A 17% drop. Is that an anomaly? What's going on in Illinois?
So we think there's a couple things. Number one, certainly we've been very aggressive in the state in responding to and raising awareness about hate crimes. But we really know, though, that this number, it shows a trend, but in general, we don't think it's all-encompassing. We're talking about here about 12 fewer crimes over the last, from 2019 to 2020. But the real story here is, number one, we know that around 40% of hate crimes are not reported to law enforcement at all because of lack of trust to law enforcement, because of concerns within communities, because of law enforcement not having the resources to respond. The other piece of it, too, that we see as well is that we're not sure that law enforcement agencies have the resources or the training internally to track the number of hate crimes. So, for example, this is a voluntary system here. And in Illinois, we actually had more than 55 fewer agencies who reported any type of data to the FBI this past year compared to the year before. It's an 8.5% decrease. And even more concerning are the number of cities that report no hate crimes happening in their jurisdictions. For example, cities like Evanston and cities like Bloomington and Champaign, they reported zero. 7 of the 15 largest cities in the state of Illinois actually reported zero hate crimes, which, while I guess it's possible, I think we can all agree it's not really plausible.
Yeah, it doesn't seem credible, and I guess that speaks to your point about the resources that they have to adequately track these kinds of crimes. So given that, can you really affect meaningful change without the proper data?
So the data that's provided by the FBI is really important because it does show the trends. It does show that nationally and across the region, we did see more hate crimes and more hate crimes incidents, and that's a problem. And so that, number one, at least raises the awareness. But what we need to see from law enforcement jurisdictions and from cities is a commitment to responding to hate crimes, to tracking and monitoring hate crimes, to reporting hate crime, because that information and that data helps drive policy decisions, helps drive the allocation of resources, and ultimately, hopefully, build some credibility and trust between law enforcement and communities and victims to ensure that they're reporting, that they feel safe to report. And so all of those things combined are absolutely critical.
David Goldenberg with the Anti-Defamation League, thanks for what you're doing, and thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you for having me and talking about this really important issue.
All right, take care.